It's doing pretty good, the channel. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
It's Friday night. It's pretty late, about 11 something. Not too bad, but Christian's helping out tonight, working on Project Dark Knight. We got a lot of the frame painted, engine bay done. We got the engine. We got the K-member going with the cradle. Got it mounted down. We were going to do it with the engine and transmission, but we actually ran into a problem. We found out that transmission's not going to work, so pretty much we're going to have to go a different route. That we just wasted all our time getting that one painted, and we ordered a new stall and everything for it, but we went to mounting it. It's just not going to work, so we're looking at actually just replacing it with a brand new one. We're going to get one ordered tonight once we get finished here, which will be a better route anyway, so we're just going to go with a new one. We're still happy. We said we're gonna get the engine in without the transmission, and the good thing about it is, voila, you got a lot of room to get in there. That's not the way it is on a regular Trans Am, so that's the beauty of custom builds, that you have access to a lot easier. Like to do this, the Trans Ams, they'll sit the cowl about right here covering. It's hard to get to the intake and do it. Right here, it's just like we're doing it real easily, so it's not too bad, I guess. So we'll get the new transmission going. Engine's in there. We're hoping to get this thing fired up pretty soon, but just wanted to get a video of it with it in there. We had to remove all the intake coils, long tubes, all the headers, all that was off to put it on the engine hoist, and we just now finished reinstalling it back on there so we can get it on. You want to add anything in there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think everybody's ready to keep going, but
just gotta put more stuff on there, mainly the front body clip, to figure out like the radiator and what else, like the transmission cooler, where it's gonna run. So that's all we're waiting on.
Yeah,
just more steps, and it ain't gonna be tonight.
No. We'll be back tomorrow. We're coming back Saturday.
First of all, it's just getting the whole front end and back the wheels on it, which means getting all the A-arms put together and the bushings, which that's a lot of work.
Yeah, because we're putting all new bushings and everything.
Rotors coming, new caliper, or new the rotors and brake pads.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you can think of is being brand new or cleaned up. Lower ball joints, upper ball joints, all the A-arm bushings, but not just factory rubber bushings, polyurethane bushings.
Yeah.
And the calipers are going to get cleaned up, so, and then repainted. So it's going way beyond than just putting stuff together. It's going to be like new stuff, parts going back in. Better than new. That's
what's taking a lot longer, is those kind of things. Yeah, we got some new hubs that'll be here tomorrow. They had a special order.
Everything new that you could think of, even all the darn bolts that we see, all the bolts here, they all get individually cleaned.
Yeah. Yep.
Every single one, down to the oil pan, the timing, the heads, coil ones.
Certain bolts, some of them will replace them with new ones. Some are being replaced with new, and then others we're cleaning up that are good.
Next steps is I'm gonna get the fittings for the AC compressor, which this is it right here, and then I'm gonna run. I plan on putting. Well, I don't have the AC box here, so the AC box is probably gonna be here, back here, or up front. And then you figure, because to me this is just be the nice, easy spot to put it in, plenty of room. And then what I'll do is, once I get the fittings here, I'm going to order those, wait for them to come in. Then I'm going to run the lines, run the evaporator. And this is going to be an orifice tube system, so it's just going to be superior. The AC system is going to be modern and current, up to date. And then the heater ones too, the heater core will be with the box, which are these lines here, and then we can run those here to the heater. Just have to find like the best routing spot because I like to tuck stuff up hidden and all. So that's really all we can do. The next steps are like, I'm probably gonna throw in the wiring, start wiring it up, and then once the transmission's in there and the front end's on, then we can start doing the floorboards. I'm gonna figure out where the seat is, and then we can start doing the steering column, doing the booster, build the firewall, which we got the gauge steel ready for. It came in.
Yeah, which that was also a special order. Took almost 3 weeks to come in. Those kind of things is what put back. But we already know about all this kind of stuff, so we already pre-order. We already have it all in the plan. We pre-order. It's just we can't do anything about it up until they bring it. And actually, I had to get on to the company and call them a couple of times because they never called me back. And it's one of those things where they're like, "Oh, you wanted it?" Like, well, yeah. I mean, we told you to order it. So we finally got the metal in. I think just yesterday, was it? Or the day before? It might have been the day before. Yeah, it was the day before yesterday. We got it in. So we got that 22 gauge in stock now. We got 3 sheets of that. So we got plenty to finish building the firewalls.
Transmission is going to be a holdback, but since we're going to order a new one, it's going to be just extremely better. And I already have the lines. I just have to wait on the lines because we're going to run an external oil cooler. So this thing is going way beyond than just factory specs, way beyond, and it's going to be super reliable. It's never going to fail. No, it's not for what the car is going to be used like. You'll never have problems.
Chris, do you want to say anything? No. He's been kind of complaining. He's ready to go home. He's tired too. He's had a long day, so.
I want my lemonade.
Yeah, everybody's mad at me. I'm the bad guy right now, I guess. I said, let's get this engine in. I'll
show you the headlights real quick.
I'll go to that right now. We were pretty bummed up because about the transmission not going to work. But then we ended up just determining, you know what? It's actually for the better. We're going to go with something a lot better. We're going to go with a brand new one instead. And we're just going to drop some money on it and get us a new one. So
now that the engine's in and the transmission, I really don't even consider it really a problem. It's just once we get it, it's going to go in.
Yeah.
After it's painted. The wiring here, we're going to use what the car had, but it's just going to be modified. So that'll make it. We're just going to clean that one up and then just use what we need and just tap into it, and that'll be that. But the headlights, I want to show you the headlights.
Try these right here.
Yeah.
These are the bad boy headlights. Super
I haven't
nice.
actually seen them in action in real person, so these are 2022 lights.
Yeah, they're 2022 models, so this is gonna be a bad boy.
State of the art LED the best that you can get right now.
Right now, that's right.
Now, this is what you want. If you want the best, this is the best technology can offer at the moment. Right? So,
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you if you want something better.
Yep.
To be honest, but I haven't really played with it much, but I figure once it.
That's where we're looking at.
The light, honestly, is a lot bigger than I wanted it to be, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna modify the body. We're gonna make it fit in there. Yeah. We're gonna make it fit in there. We're gonna make it happen, and it's gonna look right.
Yeah. Now another problem we run into is the plug, because we obviously don't have the car, so finding the plug, they don't just sell you those type of things. So
which actually got
that's part of the headache that we run into.
Yep, and I got some sources that I got a hold of, and I think I got some being made for us. So we're gonna make these work.
I know I know I'm gonna make it work. That's not a question. If I am. But
so that'll
trouble, I don't know.
That'll be added inside here. It's not gonna be sticking out or anything like that. It's gonna be all nicely molded in. It's gonna all look uniform.
It's already molded in the bodywork. I already started it.
Yeah.
You probably haven't even seen all that. And this is just 30 minutes of work. So once the bodywork starts, it's gonna be.
That's the fast part for us. That's where our specialty is. We specialize in is the bodywork. So that's gonna be like this right here is gonna be flying through. All of this, it looks like a mess and it looks so bad. This is where we will fly through. Once me and Ernest start hitting it all together, this is gonna just go crazy fast. So we're getting the hard part done, which is all the frame, the chassis, the drivetrain, the engine, getting it set up. We want to get this thing to fire up very soon.
So
That's
as
what
far
we're
as
going for.
bodywork wise goes, the back clamshell is probably going to be the first to get done before this one. This one might just get done here, but this one's going to be more difficult because we don't know how we're going to do the front clip. Right now, I'm not even sure at all, but
we're wanting to do where it swings open, lifts up, forward, but
we just have to see basically.
We're gonna know when we get there, basically, kind of.
But right now, my goal is getting the back done because that one's gonna be fixed. It's not gonna go nowhere. Like this one's gonna be moving.
Right.
To an extent.
So that back clamshell is not gonna be removable. It's gonna be molded in, glued in, bolted down.
Trunk, so we get more progress, so to speak. So you have something to show versus just working on one thing. It looks like you're not getting anything done. So.
Right.
But it's all gonna eventually tie in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But getting it running is definitely a goal right now, which I think probably gonna happen pretty quickly. So as long as we don't run into big snags like the transmission, you know. So.
But we've had worse situations, so honestly, I'm gonna take it.
You
know, I'm gonna say it this way, and I normally don't, and I know nobody around here right now wants to hear this, but I'm gonna take this as a blessing. This is a blessing because now it's gonna be, even though this is a good transmission, you just never know. Now we're gonna start with a brand new one, so I know it's gonna be super good and everything. So we already went with a rebuilt motor. We're just gonna go with a brand new transmission, even though this one's all nicely painted and cleaned up.
Once the transmission's
I'm not worried
there,
about that.
We're gonna put it on the lift, and then we're gonna measure for a drive shaft.
Custom made drive shaft for it.
It's gonna be a custom made drive shaft, and then I'm gonna also service the rear end. So even the rear end's gonna get new seals, pull it apart, and then I'm gonna check the backlash on the ring and pinion gear and make sure everything's tight and within spec. Because since it's got mileage on it, there's no need to change the ring and pinion, ring and pinion. Unless there's like 100% needed to, but we'll know once we open it up, which I'm pretty sure it is.
New fluids gonna be put in it. You know, it's gonna have all the work. So it's gonna be ready to go when it's done. It won't be anything that we're gonna be questioning. Hopefully, it doesn't break down.
On top of that, not just that, but as far as interior, I plan on doing some pretty nice audio to it. So that's gonna be something that I've got planned for it too.
Yeah, it's another thing we specialized in when we were way younger too. We used to build systems, and now we're kind of excited to get back into it. We got out of it. We haven't done it in a long time, and now we get to do it on this one. We're gonna put a little audio.
Here, I plan on putting component speakers, and an amplifier for each speakers, and run the tweeters, and then probably put some type of subwoofer.
Get a little bump in there.
Mm-hmm. Whether or not you use it, I don't know, but it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know. So, and it's gonna have lighting on the outside. Let's put it that way too. It's gonna have some special lighting for the outside. Yeah. That'll be talked about once we're down the road. One of the last things we're dealing with.
Yeah, I think that's it for tonight. So we can all go home and get a little rest and hit it again tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And on top of all the work tomorrow, I gotta somehow manage to cut my grass again. Ernest is always laughing at me, thinking that I'm crazy to always be cutting my grass, but I tell him it's gotta be maintained. So Christian will be also helping me, won't you, Chris? Yeah. So, all right, guys, we're gonna call it an end for tonight and get a little rest, go eat something, shower, and be energized for tomorrow. Say bye, Chris.
Bye.
All right.
See y'all later.
All right, y'all have a good night.